Now, you've probably heard it say that if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, all those things like a duck, it just may be a quack. But before we even get there, my lords and ladyships, would like to hear what place the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission plays in this whole situation of things, because there's an issue of ethics here, and in some cases it's a matter of lack of integrity and corruption, and so that's where EACC comes in. And now we're going to be speaking to the EACC Deputy Director or spokesperson, that is Eric Ngumbi. And Eric, I just want to begin by asking, first and foremost, where does EACC come in this whole situation of quacks?
EACC is mandated to enforce Chapter 6 of the Constitution together with the Leadership and Integrity Act that largely apply to state officers and public officials. If the quack professional or the person purporting to be what they are not is a public officer, then EACC can come in terms of investigating the unethical behavior, because that would constitute unethical behavior by a public official, and then the Commission would take various actions as stipulated under Chapter 6 of the Constitution and the Leadership and the Integrity Act. But for those other matters where no public official is involved, EACC could come in by way of working with the professional organizations that have the primary responsibility of enforcing ethical standards. We could come in by way of giving advisories pursuant to our broader role as a custodian of ethics and integrity in the Kenyan society.
So who is meant to be held responsible for these quack situations in the country?
The primary responsibility of dealing with the issues relating to professionals, including quacks that infiltrate those professions, is vested in professional bodies. And each profession has a regulatory framework in form of an organization. For example, for the lawyers, we do have the Law Society of Kenya. Recently, the Law Society of Kenya dealt with a case where certain individuals were said to be quacks and practicing as advocates. And because the primary responsibility is with LSK, we all saw what the LSK did. There are certain things that it does in terms of revoking purported licenses, working on its internal mechanisms, and most importantly, where a crime is committed, then referring that matter to the relevant law enforcement bodies for action. Therefore, where a person is purporting to be a member of a certain profession when they are not, or where a person is a quack and they are pretending or posing as professionals, then the professional body that is affected has a duty to take action, first of all to discipline those persons who are members, and where an act constituting a crime has been committed, then they refer the matter to DCI or the police for investigations. But again, EACC has a role. If an individual impersonates a professional working in EACC, then the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act creates an offense. There's an offense there called impersonation. And we have had many cases where people have impersonated investigators working in EACC. That is an offense, and that is when EACC comes in to investigate and make recommendations to the DPP.
So just for clarity, are there any cases regarding quacks that the EACC is currently handling?
Today, the problem of fake academic qualifications has become rampant in Kenya. It is prevalent, particularly in the county governments. And at the moment, the Commission is investigating 172 reports of falsification of academic qualifications. These are persons serving in the public service, and they are in possession of academic certificates, including degrees, diplomas, KCSE certificates, that are fake. Those are the allegations, and those 172 reports are under investigations. At the moment, we have 13 cases of a criminal nature that are pending before the courts, involving individuals who include public officials, some senior. For example, there is a sitting member of parliament before court. So these are matters at different stages of hearing, seeking to have these people punished for forgery of academic certificates.